Zealous here, and today, we're continuing Atomic Habits. Not down the way, let's get into it. Problem 1. Winners and losers had the same goals. Goal setting suffers from a serious case of survivorship bias. We concentrate on the people who end up winning, the survivors, and mistakenly assume that ambitious goals lead to success while overlooking all the people who had the same objective but didn't succeed. Every Olympian wants to win a gold medal. Every candidate wants to get the job. And successful and unsuccessful people share the same goals. Then the goal cannot be what differentiates the winners from the losers. It wasn't the goal of winning Tour de France that propelled the British cyclists to the top of the sport. Presumably, they wanted to win the race every year before, just like every other professional team. The goal has always been there. It was only when they implemented a system of continuous small improvements that they achieved a different outcome. Problem 2. Achieving a goal is only a momentarily change. Imagine you have a messy room and you set a goal to clean it. If you summon the energy to tidy up, then you have a clean room. For now, if you maintain the same sloppy pack rat habits, they lead to a messy room in the first place, then you'll be looking at a new pile of clutter and hoping for another burst of motivation. You're left chasing the same outcome because you never changed the system behind it. You treated a system without addressing the cause. Achieving a goal only changes your life for a moment. That's the continuative thing about improvement. We think we need to change our results, but the results are not the problem. What we really need to change are the systems that cause the results. When you solve problems at the results level, you only solve them temporarily. In order to improve for good, you solve the problems at the systems level. Fix the inputs and the outputs will fix themselves. Problem 3. Goals restrict your happiness. The implicit assumption behind this goal is once I reach my goal, then I'll be happy. The problem with a goal is first mentally that you'll be continuing on putting happiness off until the next milestone. I slipped into this trap so many times I lost count. For years, happiness was always something for my future self to enjoy. I promised myself that once I gained 20 pounds of muscle, or after my business was featured in the New York Times, I could finally relax. Furthermore, goals create an either or conflict. Either you achieve your goal and are successful, or you fail and you're a disappointment. You mentally box yourself in a narrow version of happiness. This is misguided. It's unlikely that your actual path through life will match the exact journey you had in mind when you set out. It makes no sense to restrict your satisfaction to one scenario when there are many paths to success. The system first mentally provides the antidote. When you fall in love with the process rather than the product, you don't have to wait to give yourself permission to be happy. You can be satisfied any time your system is running, and a system can be successful in many different forms, not just the one you envision. You first envision. Problem 4. Goals are at odds with long-term progress. Finally, a goal-oriented mind can set a yo-yo effect. Many runners work hard for months, but as soon as they cross the finish line, they stop training. The race is no longer there to motivate them. When all your hard work is focused on a particular goal, what is left to push you forward after you achieve it? This is why many people find themselves reverting to their old habits after accomplishing a goal. The purpose of setting goals is to win the game. The purpose of building systems is to continue playing the game. True long-term thinking is goal-less thinking. It's not about any single accomplishment, it's about the cycle of endless refinement and continuous improvement. Ultimately, it is your commitment to the process that will determine your progress. A systems of atomic habits. If you're having trouble changing your habits, the problem isn't you. The problem is your system. And habits repeat themselves again and again, not because you don't want change, but you have the wrong system for change. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Focusing on the overall system rather than a single goal is one of the core themes in this book. It is also one of the deeper meanings behind the word atomic. By now, you probably realize that atomic habit refers to a tiny change or visual gain, a 1% improvement. Atomic habits are not just any old habits, however small. They're little habits that are part of a larger system. Just as atoms are the building blocks of molecules, atomic habits are the building blocks of remarkable results. Habits are like the atoms of our lives. Each one is a fundamental unit that contributes to your overall improvement. At first, these tiny routines seem insignificant, but soon they build on each other and feel bigger wins that multiply to a degree that far outweighs the cost of the initial investment. They are both small and mighty. This is the meaning of the phrase atomic habits. A regular practice or routine that is not only small and easy to do, but it's also a source of incredible power, a component of the system of compound growth. 2. How it has shaped your identity and vice versa. Why it's so easy to repeat bad habits and hard to form good ones. Two things can have a more powerful impact on your life than improving your daily habits. And yet, it is likely that this time next year you'll be doing the same thing rather than something better. It often feels difficult to keep good habits going for more than a few days. Even with sincere effort and occasional bursts of motivation, habits like exercise, meditation, journaling, and cooking are reasonable for a day or two, then become a hassle. However, once your habits are established, they seem to stick around forever, especially the unwanted ones. Despite our best intentions, unhealthy habits like eating junk food, watching too much television, procrastinating, and smoking can feel impossible to break. Changing our habits is challenging for two reasons. One, we try to change the wrong thing. And two, we try to change our habits in the wrong way. In this chapter, I'll address the first point. In the chapters that follow, I'll answer the second. Our first mistake is that we try to change the wrong thing. To understand what I mean, consider there are three levels at which change can occur. You can imagine them like the layers of an onion. Outcome, processes, identity. The first layer is changing your outcomes. This level is concerned with changing results, losing weight, publishing a book, winning a championship. Most of the goals you set are associated with this level of change. The second layer is changing the process. This level is concerned with the changing your habits and systems. Implanting a new routine at the gym, decluttering your desk for a better workflow, developing a meditation practice. Most of the habits you build are associated with this level. The third and deepest level is changing your identity. This level is concerned with changing your beliefs, your worldview, your self image, your judgments about yourself and others. Most of the beliefs, assumptions, and biases you hold are associated with this level. Outcomes are about what you get. Processes are about what you do. Identity is about what you believe. When it comes to building habits that last, when it comes to building a system of 1% improvements, the problem is not that one level is better or worse than another. All levels of change are useful in their own way. The problem of direction is change. Now, many people begin the process of changing their habits by focusing on what they want to achieve. This leads us to outcome based habits. The alternative is to build identity based habits. With this approach, we start by focusing on who we wish to become. And that's for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. And see you again very, very soon. Later.